5th round of the 4th season of the Super Formula. And we're now here in Blue Moon Bay Speedway. We'll have a rolling start for this one as well. I'll just share the stream, not into that one. No, not into that one, that one. Just share the stream into there. As the rolling start gets underway, just for the stuff check to make sure our 8-car grid is all good off the line. But everyone looks to have gone well for the stuff check. So yeah, we do have a rolling start for this one. Because why wouldn't we? And it is, as you can tell, the oval of Blue Moon Bay Speedway. So, it should be interesting. This should directly lead into qualifying being a thing. There we go, qualifier, which is set to 5 minutes, interestingly enough. Everyone needs to enter in, I think. Wiz, who is in the lobby. Hello Petri, welcome. Wiz is in the lobby, but I don't think he is racing this one. Today I think this could be a rather interesting race. I don't know who could win this because I think it's pretty much anyone's game at this stage around here. But the qualifier is about to get underway. I think it is anyone's game at this stage. All 8 cars, and I think qualifying, I think pole position will be decided by who has the slipstream and who can do the best lap with the slipstream, because it is a tri-oval. So and just a bit of soft medium tyres as the drivers venture out onto the track. And to be honest, you don't really want to be the first one on the track. If you're the first one on the track, you'll be brutally annoyed. So it wasn't supposed to be so cars slowing down, but only a 5-minute qualifying, so that's interesting of rating there. We've only got 5 minutes, and it is 43 laps, which is more laps than anywhere else. But that is also because it's the shortest lap time. And I think M3 guy, whilst he's at the back of the track, I think Foxy would be a shooter here. We could see a very interesting grid for starters, as some of the drivers who were on the medium tyres will look to pit going at the softs, as Buttocks just wants to get his own job done, and they're all diving into the pits, immediately getting off those medium tyres as they head for the softs. Those are on the softs. We've got Wittmann, who hasn't pitted actually, but Raiden, who has. And so he's going on now, and he taps the barrier on the exit of the first corner, and that's not ideal. I don't know what Buttocks is doing, but Buttocks, as we said we're going to ride on board, and I can't really take you through much of a lap, is they turn left at turn 2, Buttocks, and we'll see if this is any good of a lap. It looks like we might get 1 or 2, maybe a couple of laps in them. I suppose the 5-minute qualifying makes sense. It is, like I say, you can get about 40 seconds lap time here. Now onto the main straight and across the line. Buttocks goes a 40. Wittmann across the line, he goes quickest, just ahead of Raiden then, and 3 guys going to be the next one to cross the line. Where does he go? And he goes third. Next up is McDonough and Ruti, who pitted into there, now starting those 1 laps, as did Foxy and Babuki. So these Australian cars are going to have some uber slipstream, but at the moment it is Vic who's on a provisional pole, and I think that is Foxy with a purple first sector. So he's on the inside of McDonough. So interestingly, they're both scrapping out for the slipstream here. Ruti's not set a lap either, so it'll be interesting. Anyone can get pole, and Foxy continues to be purple, but I can't imagine him being the only purple lap time. Who will it be then? Who's going to get pole? Raiden goes on the 39, Zero goes even quicker, and across up toward the line, and who's gone pole? It's Foxy that goes fastest then, and Foxy's on the provisional pole position. Ruti on the front row, Raiden down on third then, with Knight Donner for Wittmann in 5th, and 3 guys 6th, 7th for Buki, and then Buttocks down in 8th place then with 2.5 minutes to go. But Foxy then looking quick at the moment, and I think Raiden is on his own. That's not what he wants. He wants to be in this gaggle of cars over there. There's an awful lot of cars, and now as Night Donner improves his time trying to gain a position, I don't think being first is that good of a thing then as Ruti leads the pack. Foxy, they're pretty much racing in the qualifying. It's interesting, this. And across the line, are we going to see an order change? And 3 guy improved his time to go to 5th, but Buki improves his time as well. But the pole still stands with Foxy, the front row. Sandra, the Foxy and Ruti. Foxy, the provisional pole. He's never had a pole position in this league, as Ruti is slightly behind. Then Night Donner, here he comes as well. And interesting then, there's Butters going slow, I think, trying to catch on to the back of the train then with Night Donner. But Foxy's done this well, and I think M3 guy might even be a contender for pole position. He is down in his time at the moment. But Raiden in the slipstream of Fabuki and Whitman. It almost look like they're fighting for a position here, like it's a race as across the line they come again. Any changes to the order? No. Whitman did improve, but only in 6th place. So no major changes to the order, the shake-up, and the order stays generally the same. With Foxy still on the provisional pole position then, as we enter the final minute of qualifying. Only a 10th and a half ahead of Ruti, who is only just ahead of Night Donner, with Raiden down in 4th, and I think Night Donner improving in the middle 6 even through the final corner. Is Night Donner about to get on the front row of the grid in down the straight? We're going to see a change of the order this time. So they run round and across the line. They do change positions round, or do they? They improve times and no major position changes. And Lorenzi joins as Buttock still hanging up the rear of the field. Foxy into pole position still. So he just backs out just a bit out of the slipstream now with M3 guy over in a 4th place as well. So this is great work for these guys at the front at the moment. As I think Foxy and M3 guy will be happy to know that they're currently out qualifying Raiden. Qualifying looks to be coming to an end, so they will out-qualify, and I think they're starting another lap. Foxy's still on provisional pole, and it'll be the final lap from now. But Raiden's out the pit, but I don't think he'll have another lap. And Night Donner is very close, in fact, on the car in front, which would be Ruti, and he's got the slipstream of that now. And Foxy's got the mega slipstream from all of them, and 3 guys dropping off a bit. So, who's going to be on pole position? Will it be Foxy getting his first ever pole? He's very close to Ruti behind, he's got the slipstream of Buttocks now. Who's it going to be for pole? It's incredibly close at the moment. And as they charge toward the line to end the qualifying, and I think Foxy's going to have it. I think Foxy's going to have pole position. Raiden doesn't improve. Whitman not improving. Fabuki or Buttocks not improving in the end. And the qualifier has ended with Foxy on pole position. But how much will that benefit him? Here we go, it's a rolling start race, and there's the grid. Foxy pole position, Ruti on the front row with him, with Night Donner in 3rd. In 4th place is M3 guy, 5th Raiden, in 6th place Fitman, and in 7th place Fabuki. And Emperor Buttocks bringing up the rear in 8th place. Here we go. And the rolling start begins, and now they take us to the start line, which will begin the race. And Foxy on pole position, how long can he stay in the lead? He's got 43 laps to try and manage this now on medium tyres. And it's go, 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 and Foxy leads now with Ruti still 2nd, Night Donner in 3rd, and I'm pretty sure they're all going to just tuck into a single file line as they charge toward the first corner. But Foxy looks to lead Ruti, who leads Night Donner, and M3 guy. Ruti's won a race before this season, and earlier in the season, Buttocks while riding a bit round the edge there with Fabuki in the chase, and they all remain in the same position for now as they charge through the second corner onto the left-hand turn in this first lap. No major changes to the order at the moment. We've got Whitman and Raiden strapping away for 5th place. This could be crucial for the championship. And around we go. Now Foxy's still leading. I think Ruti's darting to the inside in the solution. Not quite pulling out. But M3 guys on the back of Night Donner for a spot on the top 3. And is he going to go for the move? I don't know. I think anyone really has the opportunity. But the top 4 have managed to break a gap out to Raiden and Vit. And Buttocks leaves the room. which is a bit disappointing for him, but he clearly was not enjoying this as they charge onto the second lap. And Foxy still leading Ruti, who leads Night Connor, but M3 guy pulls to the inside to get down the inside of Night Connor into turn 2, and M3 guy down the inside. And I think Raiden's having to defend against Vitman there, and M3 guy does he get through? Yes, he does, and into P3 there with Night Connor fourth now. And so on the charge is M3 guy, and he almost looks like he's about to try and make the move on the top two. We're on medium tyres for M3 guy on the softs, and he pulls to the inside. And is he going for a podium here? I think it'd be hard pressed not to go for it. But who has the fastest lap? And he's Vit with the fastest lap at the moment. Medium for the three at the back. In fact, I think the only driver that's starting on the soft tyres is M3 guy. Now with Night Connor and Vitman. Vitman trying to get around the outside of his teammate. Into turn 2, he's got the slipstream, which Night Connor does not. And there we go. Well, Foxy's still leading this race. And so it's a great start for Foxy, who continues to lead, and they're all over the place. Some people trying to the inside, some are trying the outside, but Ruti continues to an assault, but also to try and defend against Nick, who's all over the back of him now. And I think we're about to see some attempts to break the slipstream. Raiden down in 7th place and last, but the top 7 all very close indeed. I think Kabuki's trying to get down the inside of Raiden, and down the inside Raiden, around the outside, and yes, he does hold that, but he comes back into turn 1, and Raiden holds the position there now. And 3 guy as he approaches the left-hand turn of turn 2. Is he going to go for it? He pulls to the inside. Is he going to try and get them both? He's quite close, and I think he's definitely going to look to get past Ruti, but not quite enough. Now it's the right tyres that are going to have, well, essentially no. It will, yeah, the M3 guy gets through, and I think he's ahead of Ruti. Now the right-hand tyres, all the time are going to be the ones to wear, and I think M3 guy's going for the lead, and he does there from 4. And on lap 5, he's to the inside of Foxy to take the race lead, and he does, but I think Ruti is trying to get at Foxy as well, and they're almost going 3 wide, and I think they are about to go 3 wide, but M3 guy leads the race, and Night Connor, I say Vitman there is trying to get around the outside of them all, and he's positioned himself to the outside, but Foxy's immediately pulled straight back down the inside to take the lead, and honestly, anyone could win this race with Raiden down in 6th place as well, and Ruti all over the back, M3 guy's going to try and hold it around the outside, but they're all incredibly close in, and we've still got a long way to go in this race. But Foxy's having to go very defensive. They file up onto a single file line for the main straight. Here we go then. Into a line they go. Ruti looks to pull to the inside, does he? No, not quite. But M3 guy almost looked to pull to the inside, and I think Night Connor taking a slightly wide line. You don't want to touch the barrier, that will massively cost you there. But Raiden down in P6, and M3 guy, he's got the run on the inside, and is he going to be able to do him into turn 2 on Ruti yet again? He's fighting for that position, and he holds the inside line there. And now with Foxy continuing to lead this race, and M3 guys having a great time in fighting for a podium, but I think Foxy is having to do a lot of defensive work. He's got all the cars behind him, and they're pretty much going to the pit lane there. That's the England extravagantly defensive line on the main straight. It's not quite enough for them as they shimmy around. Night Connor's dropped back a bit, but he's now under pressure, I think, Ruti. And around the outside into turn 1 goes M3 guy, and he's almost held that. And really all that, he's lost the position out of Vitman, who's going to try and get to the inside of Ruti. Here we go to the inside. Who's going to win this one? As Vitman gets to the inside, he's almost going to try and get past a lot of them. Ruti's shaking around a bit there as well. But Vitman down the inside, and it's almost 3 wide heading into the final corner. But then 3 guy just edges out ahead. And now Vitman in the slipstream of 3 guy, and they're going 2 by 2 on the main straight. But they fire back up into the single file line, and 3 guy pulling to the inside again. Nick to try and take the lead of this race, and down the inside into the first corner. He holds it around the outside, and then 3 guy doesn't quite make that one there, but Ruti looks under pressure now from Vitman G. Night Connor just in behind his teammate as well. But now fighting for the top 3 are quite an event as Raiden's down in P6, and I think that's it. 3 guy pulling to the inside of Foxy yet again into turn 2, and I think he's trying up there now, and he does hold the inside for the final corner. It's like a slight lift there, and he takes the lead back. But now it's going to be constant swapping and changing, and I think they're almost about to go 3 wide as Foxy looks to try and grab 2 places into 1, but that's not, he's not quite looking close enough yet to getting ahead of them. But this is probably a race that's going to continue like this for the entirety of the event, and Vitman trying to push his way through and find a gap somewhere, and I don't think he's quite finding that. Now they're going 4 wide into turn 2 as Foxy's down the inside. As Wittmann leads Nike Donner still, and Foxy trying on the inside on M3 guy. Ruti trying to find his way past as well, as they're all desperately shaking around the place trying to find a way through, and almost in the barrier there was Ruti. As the top three, there's just no gap being formed. The whole grid at the moment of 7 cars is split by 1.5 seconds, and Foxy still leads M3 guy, still leading Ruti then, and he's trying to get just a bit closer in, and you don't think it's quite happening there then, as the top 3 and then 3 guy pulls back to the inside, try and get down the inside into turn 2 to take the lead back, and with a purple sector in the process. And around the outside as Ruti follows him through. Then they start to file a line, but I think Fabuki's shaping up a move on Raiden and Nike Donner at the back here. And Fabuki is quite up close in behind him. And now is he going to pull to the inside into the first corner? It's a slight braking zone, I think, for the first corner. But they do not try the move in the end. So Fabuki's still sitting in behind. So it's a massive deficit. It's a massive hindrance for the driver that's leading, because the slipstream is really strong in these cars. And around the outside tries M3 guy. He's trying it around the outside. And does he hold it around the outside? I don't think he's quite got him, but he's pretty close. And Foxy's not managed to shake him yet. He's still alongside. But as they head onto the main straight, I think it's all pretty much over now. And Ruti in at the slipstream chasing up. He's going for this one, and I don't think it's quite close enough, because M3 guy pulls to the inside into turn 1. And down the inside he goes, and he makes the move, but with Foxy still just edging out ahead, so Foxy's doing well to continue to lead at this race. And now here we go, with Wittmann adjusting behind him. The top 3 breaking out a slight margin here, and in fact there's M3 guy trying to get around the outside of Foxy. 2 people who, no offence, but in this case, that's it, I wouldn't have picked these 2 to be fighting for the win. But they are doing it anyway, and 3 guy versus Foxy. It's lap 12 of 43, about to go to lap 13. So 30 laps remain in this race, and we're not even 10 minutes in yet. The fastest lap still stands as Wittmann's lap, as in 3 guy tries to get through, and I think Raiden in the back is still staying in that 6th place. This is Fabuki in 7th, and right on the place of their positions are staying relatively stable. I imagine towards the end when people start to get more desperate for positions, and 3 guy is really going for it. His 2 teammates in the background there, and I think Ruti almost, the angle that almost made it look like he was fighting both cars to get ahead. He does get ahead of M3 guy, and 3 guy now trying to shape up the move to get back ahead. They've got nearly a second now to everyone else. The top 3 are really using this opportunity to push away, and I think that's what's going on here, as Ruti was fighting for the championship lead. He was up there at the championship. His teammate Raiden has taken that championship lead. So Ruti, this could be a race where Ruti retakes that championship lead, or at least gets close into a position to take the championship lead heading into the final couple of races then. As after this we have 3 races left. I believe it's Bathurst, Suzuka and the Nürburgring 24-hour. So that will be a very interesting end to the season if the championship remains as close as it is, or if it's as close as this race is. But here comes Ruti, and he's not quite enough to get ahead there now. But with Wittmann and Nike Donner and 4th and 5th, Raiden in 6th place and Fabuki in 7th. We see them all filing through, all close to each other. But at the moment the positions are sort of died down a bit. They're not really racing each other as hard anymore, but then 3 guy almost about to pull it to the inside, and he does go to the inside trying to clear Ruti, and he does pull ahead, and now he's going for the race lead again. But on lap 15 of 43 the tyres not starting to show significant signs of wear, but as M3 guy took straight up in behind Foxy into the first corner to try and close in and take that lead with Ruti in the background there. Here comes Ruti in 3rd place, just with the top 3 as it's standing at the moment, and with the 3 guy in 2nd, and in 1st place remains Foxy. But the positions remaining pretty much the same from the start. Foxy has been leading quite well at the moment. On lap 16, we're about to go to lap 17 then. All the 43 laps, and we're still very much keeping this race going at full speed with M3 guy on the inside. And is this quite enough now? It's going to be quite heavy on the overtake, and M3 guy not quite close enough. But M3 guy, we just look at the overtake usage. It's, to be fair, it's not that bad. As Litman's using some now, Nightdonner not using much, Raiden's not using much, and neither is Fabuki. To the bottom 4 cars apart from, well, the bottom 3 cars have not touched their overtake button, so I wonder if they're saving that for the last dash towards the end of the race. Ruti's not used much, in fact he's got, oh no, some 3 guys not used much, and 3 guys, the top 3 has more, significantly more than Foxy, and a little bit more than Ruti, but then everyone behind him, I mean Wittmann's nearly halfway full. But the rest, the remaining 3 cars at the back have either not touched it, in the case of Buki and Raiden on Michael. So that explains why they've not been able to make solid inroads on the top 3, and I wonder if we get a final sprint to the finish in the final couple of laps. As Foxy, M3 guy and Ruti continue to be the top 3, and M3 guy. 3 guy pulls to the inside, he's on the inside, and here he comes. Is he going to be quite ahead? He does get down the inside, and there he goes. And 3 guy taking the lead, does he? But Foxy powers it around the outside and holding that position there. So Foxy's doing a good job to try and make sure the tyres very not been worn. In fact, Luke's tyres are more worn than a lot of the other drivers, to be fair. And I think M3, I thought it soft, he's managed to keep his tyres with them, and he is lapping 39.5, 39.9, 39.7, 39.8. So they're lapping actually slightly slower than Foxy, interestingly enough. As Vitz continues to hold 4th place, and now we've got Ruti in 3rd place trying to catch up to M3 guy, staying in the slipstream, and does he get close enough to go for the move on the run into turn 2? Approaching the halfway mark of this race, and it's still Foxy that leads, and 3 guy that leads Ruti, but will not remain the way in the second half of this race. The bottom cars are now slowly starting to pull in now, so they're starting to reel them in on him. And a pit stop, we have a pit stop, it is M3 guy and Foxy who are pitting in first, and I think the fuel looks quite damaged actually from those guys that were racing at the front. That was that could have been why the likes of Wittmann, Nightdonner and all that drop so far back. They might have been doing a bit of fuel saving in the slipstream, and that will possibly cost these two at the later on in the race. But then on lap 20 we saw a pit stop now. We've got Ruti leading the 2 Stone Age cars, with his teammate Raiden in 4th place. Fabuki sits in P5, Foxy and M3 guy, who will, and I think Foxy will be de facto Hubi today. He will be, I've decided he's subbing for Hubi, and a lot of cars in. We've got Wittmann, Fabuki, Nightdonner and Raiden in. So now all but Ruti have made a pit stop, and the 3 guy and Foxy, are they going to be close enough to get back out ahead of them all? That's the question. No one's charging out yet. They're pitting in for fuel. Raiden comes out now. Nightdonner's been out. Where is Foxy? Coming onto the main straight. He's not. He's ended up behind them. So the overcut has managed to work, and Foxy's gone from 1st to 6th, and he's now behind all of them. And that's interesting now. But with Ruti, who is stayed out longer, and I think hitting this lap, does he? No, he does not. He goes on again. So that's interesting, because the gap is going down now. So Ruti staying out from the lap, and Raiden, if he wins here, he'll have won the last 3 races and will really hold on this championship. But it's very close now. As Nightdonner and Wittmann quite close in, and a gap has started to form with Ruti now in the lead by only 15 seconds. That gap has come down quite drastically. He needs to pit in this lap, and the logical thing would be to pit in this lap. He's done 8,000 miles in that car, and it's quite a lot. Only 424 miles from Foxy. That's the least amount of mileage, and Ruti does pit in. So where is Raiden? He's coming through into the final corner now, He's using a bit more of his overtake. Is he going to be able to get out ahead of his teammate, or will Ruti come out behind? Well, we're about to find out. Does Ruti start moving now? I don't think he has. As Raiden says, the fastest lap. I think Ruti is dropping, he's tumbling down the other, he's not even moving yet. So Raiden has managed to presume the lead of this race. Nightbonner and Wittmann in second and third. Fubuki fourth. Fifth place, Foxy gets out ahead of Ruti, but Raiden 3 guy out behind the lot. So, with Raiden and Nightbonner first and second, third place is Wittmann. So these two teammates are going to be yet again battling each other and even catching up to the race leader now is Wittmann. As you can see, the gap in the red is going down, which is the gap through Raiden there. You can see that one. It's slowly coming down. We've got Fubuki in fourth place. And so now with Wittmann coming to the inside, does he? Not quite close enough. We've seen Wittmann throw away podium positions this season. At the very end of the race, he's had costly mistakes that have cost him the podium on like the last laps, the final third. So if he can hold it together, he could get, I believe, his first podium of the season, which is kind of remarkable. And you think someone of Wittmann's calibre hasn't actually managed to stand on the podium yet this season. But Wittmann almost managing to take, almost looking like he was going for the move there as Foxy, who probably thought that he could have been up there with Raiden right now winning the race if he'd have just pitted a lap later than he did, or Ruti, who pitted out a couple of laps too late. So clearly Raiden had relied. Either the fuel saving worked or they just chose the right time to pit. So we're over this halfway mark of this race on lap 26 out of 43. We're very quickly getting this one done. Most races haven't even got over 20 laps. With the majority, I believe the number is 18. I think the next race being Bathurst has 18, and then I believe Suzuka, which also has 18, and then the Nürburgring 24 hour, which has 6 laps. So with Raiden, Nightbonner and Wittmann then in podium positions at the moment. For Fubuki in 4th and 5th place, Foxy in 6th, Ruti in 7th. ASM 3 guy unfortunately has dropped toward the back. We've got Nike, we've got Wittmann battling each other then for 2nd and 3rd, and I believe that gap on the whole is going down between these two cars, and Raiden will check balance on the inside. It is 4.3 seconds, and in fact Wittmann's overtake is looking quite low, and I think Foxy's now charging to catch up to the back of Fubuki. Nightbonner in a very limited amount of his overtake, only a tiny press. In fact, Raiden's into the second half of his overtake as well, as he sets a purple sector spot. I think actually no, that gap has gone up on this occasion, but Foxy and Fubuki looking very close there, as you can see the other two cars just in front. Foxy pulling to the outside, he's not quite close enough. Raiden now on to lap 29 out of 43. They're drastically approaching the end of this race. He's got Foxy in the slipstream of Fubuki, and I think he's going to pull to the inside into turn 1. He does not, he chooses to stay behind at the moment. Wittmann versus Nightbonner remains, as does Fubuki versus Foxy. Number 32 versus number 4. With number 29, Mr. Ruti in the back in 6th place. But here we go. Is this going to be enough for Foxy? He pulls to the outside, but is he quite close enough to take that 4th place from Fubuki? No, he is not. But he's now got a Ruti right in behind him. But Raiden has managed to part a 6.5 second gap from Wittmann and Nightbonner behind. In fact, you have Fubuki, Foxy and Ruti all very close to each other now. As Ruti pulls to the inside into turn 2, and does he clear him? Yes, he does. And does he slot in the slipstream as he continues the momentum? I think he's going to try and get on the inside of Fubuki as well, and he does make that move. So a double overtake there. Foxy and Fubuki are now in 5th and 6th on the trail of Ruti. Foxy was leading the race for quite some time. It has now gone slightly wrong for him. And in fact, that gap to Raiden has just gone up and up and up. Raiden seems on another level as Rookie sets a purple lap time. He has a 38.5. He's the only person to get into the 38s. I'm just looking through the times and all the recent lap times. Yeah, Ruti is the only driver that's managed to get into the 38s. He's managed to do it twice, and look how he's just closed that gap into Vipman. He is actually gaining on his teammate there as well. So that battle between Vipman and Nightdonner is about to expand between Vipman, Nightdonner, Ruti, Zabuki, and Foxy. It looks like, because they're all slowly catching up, and with that is Ruti. He is actually gaining quite rapidly on Raiden there. But are we going to see Raiden pull a similar strategy to what he did last time, where he pitted in later on in the race to get fresher soft? Well, we've got Ruti who posted the inside of Vipman, and Ruti is going for it for third place on the podium. Does he get past Nightdonner as well? Yes, he doesn't want to move, and it's now a killer Queens 1-2. But for Buki, I mean, Ruti is just continually going. He, I think, is the only driver to manage to get into the 38s, and he's not slowing down anytime soon. However, he has run out of slipstream. He does need to push now if he wants to continue like that. As soon as he gets out of the slipstream and ahead of this pack, that gap suddenly starts to go up to Raiden. 10 laps remain as we quickly approach the end of this race. Now as Ruti's starting to pull out a gap now, so with Nightdonner and Vipman are fighting over the final podium spot, they must be shocked as how Ruti's managed to pull out this much caution suddenly. Now that gap, it is going down. 39.1, 39.3, 39.0 versus a 39.2, 38.7, 38.8 and 38.5. So Ruti is lapping quicker than his teammate. Now 10 laps to go, and it's getting very tight at the moment. Who is going to take this second place? That looks to be the position up for grabs as Fabian tries to find a way past Vipman, and I think it does that now. And now Nightdonner trying to catch up to Ruti, but it doesn't seem to be happening at the moment with Fabuki in 5th place. He's all over the back of Vipman, and Foxy's just hanging around in the back of a lot of them, trying to close up in the slipstreams, but close enough to go for maybe a move to get ahead of them all. But it looks like Raiden looks a complete shoo-in at this moment to win the race. He seems 9.5 seconds clear of anyone else, and anyone else includes his teammate at the moment. And I think Fabuki in 5th place. Does he try and get down the inside? Yes, he does. He's on the inside of Vipman. And does Vipman manage to hold the position? I think he does. Just about there, Vipman holding the position and stays in 4th place. But I don't think he has not finished on the podium once this season. So can Vipman get that podium finish today? And Raiden pitting in the pits is Raiden, and now where are these lot? It's going to be close, and I think there's a bit of fuel in Raiden's car, and that's going to put him in the pack. I think it will do, and Ruti takes the lead of the race. If they've got enough fuel to get to the end, then Ruti could be a contender to win, and Raiden does very much come out down in 6th place now. So Ruti has taken the lead as his teammate makes a second pit stop, and I wonder if Ruti pitting in those couple of laps later, he might have enough fuel to get to the end, and if the rest of them don't, that is a great moment for Ruti, who will continue to take out quite the lead on a one-stop strategy. He could have possibly outsmarted them all. And suddenly, Fabuki's managed to get up in a second, and he almost looks like he's about to go for the lead. He is about to go for the lead. He's got a quarter of a tank left. Will that be enough onto lap 37 of 43? Is this going to be enough? Fabuki almost to the inside. Raiden, though, could be interesting. He will be going to the end, and it looks like it could be if the cars in front of Raiden have to pit again for fuel, then it will be Raiden versus Ruti for the lead, because I can't imagine Ruti, looking at his tank, he's got over a quarter tank, he's got more fuel than these cars behind him. He's got about the same actually as Foxy. So there's some interesting tactics going on here. Well, maybe I'm making all this up, and it will be a straight fight to the end as they head now onto lap 38 of 43. 6 laps remain here at Blue Moon Bay, and they're all chasing around with Raiden in 6th place, and Foxy, who is vulnerable, he's about to lose the position, but just about stays ahead of him there. And now with Fabuki in second place. Can he take the win away from Ruti? Ruti's won the race. He won the race in Spa and has also held the championship with that. Whereas now Fabuki, who will indeed now... Is Fabuki back to get ahead of Ruti? Fabuki has not won a race this season. 5 laps to go here at Blue Moon before we move on to the next race, and it's very close now as Ruti continues to hold on to the lead. Nightcrawler and Vitman sit third and fourth, Reagan fifth, sixth place Foxy. So with this gap, could it be Ruti about to take the championship lead after this one back, or will it be Fabuki holding the championship lead? One of them will be, or maybe it's Raiden. Who really knows at this stage? It's very close, but there's Ruti and Fabuki still fighting for the lead of this race, and they're not really giving up now. Raiden, he's down on behind the 2 Stone Days Motorsport cars. 40 out of 43. We've entered the 40s now. And it's getting very tight up at the front, but I think Raiden actually losing a bit of time to the the bunch in front. He's still managing to hold the position, and I think here we go then. And is Vitman about to shape up a move on his own teammate to go to third place? We're about to see some interesting battles here. It could be a photo finish on the line if it gets any other than this. But at the moment, Ruti's still leading, heading into the final 3 laps of what's been a rather long race. Fabuki extremely low on fuel. Are they going to have enough fuel to get to the end of the race? That's an interesting question now. Fabuki extremely low, it looks like, and is he going to be able to make the end of the race? 3 laps to go. Will he have the fuel he needs? And M3 guy makes the pit, so he does not. And so is there a concern at the moment that some people might be running out of fuel? And I think that's Raven getting into 4. And he does get into P4 now. And up a position ahead of Vitman, splitting the 2 Stone Age Motorsport cars. So we head round in toward the final corner. Nightdonner on low fuel. Raiden will be able to go to the end, but as Nightdonner tries to get a hold of it on the outside, and in fact Raiden's gone ahead, and Nightdonner's lost 2 places there. And now Raiden's trying to get ahead of Fabuki to make it a 1-2 for the team, but it's not quite enough. And I don't think it is, but Ruti is suddenly pulling out a margin. Fabuki in second place, third place is Raiden. Foxy has dropped off quite substantially at the moment, but we got a pack of 4 cars who are fighting for position second through to 5th because Ruti has managed to pile over a second. So I think suddenly fuel saving and fuel is a concern for these guys. They might run out of fuel on the line. They've got very limited amounts of it, and they head onto the final lap. It's a 1-2 at the moment for the Killer Queens, and it looks like it could stay that way. It's Ruti in the lead of this race, but with Vitman trying to get to the inside of Raiden, is he going to be able to get on the inside? I don't think he does. Then he does not get ahead, and I think Fabuki has dropped off quite substantially then. And now it is Ruti on the final lap lead, but Vitman's trying to get down the inside, and it almost looks like they're running on fumes here. Very low amounts of fuel, no overtake of course for many of these cars. I'm coming around the final corner for the final time. It's his second ever win in Super Formula, and it puts him back in championship contention. Ruti wins, but in the back of it, so it's 3 wide, and Vitman second, just about beating his teammate to the line, who just about beats Raiden. What racing in. Foxy in 5th, 6th place for Buki. I think he ran out there. And 3 guy in P7, but Ruti for the second time this season and in Super Formula, Ruti wins. There he has it. Petri with the fastest lap as well has come out victorious. And I think that was quite the strategic decision to pit in later, and it clearly worked for him. And save the replay. So there we have it, our official results. I shall now create the party to invite the top 3, which do not include Raiden. It is Ruti, Vitman and Nightbonner, with Vitman getting a podium for the first time this season, interestingly enough. Not Raiden. And there we have it. So there is your results. Ruti taking the win, only just beating Wittmann, Nike Donner and Raiden, who were incredibly close across the line. Foxy in 5th, with Fabuki 6th, and in 7th place is M3 guy. Buttocks not quite finishing. Ruti did take the fastest lap as well with a 38.5. The only driver to get into the 38, and I think, yeah, it's too much fuel before the finish. Hello.
Hello, hello. Oh boy, what a race.
Lobby, now we'll wait to see if the other two join us.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. We'll see if Night Donna's here, and then if Night Donna joins us, and then we'll get it underway. And we know if Nike will be joining us, or... Oh well, we'll get it started without him, and then if he joins midway through, then that'll be that. So yeah, well done to the both of you. Ruti, what was the race like from your perspective?
Yeah, very interesting. I was following Foxy and Nick and using fuel map 2 and just stay behind and bump crafting and then after 23 laps I did it and then flat out. I nearly lost my fuel at the end. I was like 0.2 fuel laps left after last corner, and I have to use fuel map 6, so a bit worried about that situation, but hopefully I got the 1 second gap, so at the finish line it was 0.4, so I'm very happy. This one's for my dad.
Yeah. Vic, what about you? What was your race like?
Well, I totally forgot about fuel saving in the first few laps, and then realised others were doing that, so decided to join them. But yeah, it was just a fuel saving train, trying to get yourself in position to be able to attack at the end. And I actually saved a fair bit of fuel, but I just lost count of where we were with laps, and then realised at the start of the end of the penultimate lap, I could see Ruti had made a gap, and then I realised that it was the end of the penultimate lap. And right, so I cranked the fuel map up and just managed to get second, but he was too far gone by then. But yeah, it was a bit of a procession for 42 laps, and then it all kicked into gear at the end. It was quite good fun. I don't know if I'll rush to do it again though. Maybe a sprint would be more fun rather than anyway. Yeah, it's cool. Good race. Yeah, well done, Reese. You timed it.
Yeah, thank you.
It does make the championship interesting, because now Ruti and Raiden are equal on 80 points.
Wow.
With 3 races to go. So next race is Suzuka. What are your thoughts heading into the next one?
Yeah, I love Suzuka. It's good on the Super Formula. It's going to be fun.
Fit, what do you offer?
Good one. Yeah, proper Super Formula track. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Not Blue Moon Bay then.
No, I chose it, but not again.
Yeah, it was a good choice with.
Yeah, did alright.
Yeah.
So yeah, And that's about it. Well, I'll end the stream there then. So, thanks for watching, everyone, and well done. Goodbye. Yeah, and goodbye, stream.